Hi Capricorn, welcome to Queen Cup Tarot. This is Destiny doing your July 2018 love reading. Welcome to my channel. It's brand spanking new, so please like, share, subscribe. I'm not new to the world of tarot, but I am new to putting myself out there to the world. I really wanted to help more people than the people that are within my close network. And I thought, what better way to do that than utilize YouTube and offer my readings up to people around the world. So I left my email address in the description box. I do personal readings. I do not accept money. I don't charge for my readings. So, if you're struggling with something, if the spread resonates with you and you want an extended reading or something like that, dealing with any blockages or, struggling to come past any traumatic events, I can definitely pull for you and give you a reading free of charge. So definitely don't hesitate to reach out. Please leave your comments, any feedback even on how I do the reading. If there's a better way I can kind of communicate the cards to you, definitely let me know. Leave them in the comments. And yeah, just gonna shuffle up a couple of times here. I did pre-shuffle the deck, and I do have some frankincense here burning for you. I'm not sure if any of you are familiar with frankincense, but it is an antiseptic, and an antiseptic in every sense of the word. So it not only cleans out negative and bad energy in your home, so you clean your house, close all the windows, smoke it out with frankincense until every nook and cranny has got this thick smoke you see here in it. And then you open the windows, and within minutes, all the smoke is gone, and you have the beautiful remnants of the smell of frankincense. But people also smoke it. This is just pot. I'm not smoking frankincense, but I know people to smoke it during meditative sessions. I know people who eat it. If you do eat it, definitely make sure you're eating the right pieces. It is a resin, but there are pieces that you want to make sure that you avoid, and then other pieces that have, better digestive properties to it. So anyways, you can do the research on how amazing it is. You're the first person, you guys Capricorns are the first reading that I'm doing burning frankincense for. Yeah, let's get into it. I'm going to pull a total of 10 cards from this deck. The 3 cards for the energy that you're leaving June and going into July with. The overall dominating energy for the month of July, and then the 3 cards for the energy that you're going to enter August, so you're going to leave the month of July with. And then with the clarifier deck that I have here, we'll pull some outcome cards and any clarification that we need, okay? Alright. For my Capricorns, their love and relationship reading for July 2018. Any messages, guidance, please provide them today for my beautiful Cappies. Okay. The 10th card that I'll pull is the overall energy, and that is the King of Swords in reverse. Okay. Oh, and just about the frankincense, if you guys have any interest in the frankincense, I can totally do a separate video, just going into more in depth, a little bit more about the healing properties of it, how to use it, things like that. But let me know if there's even an interest for it in the comments. Beautiful reading. Beautiful reading, Capricorns. Probably the best reading I've done so far. Overall energy is the King of Swords in reverse. And based on what I'm looking at here, what that really is telling me is some Capricorns can be somewhat structured. Structured in the way that they do things. So, for example, mind you, they're quite free-spirited, but they're methodical in the way they proceed. So when I see this King of Swords with a reading like this, it's telling me that you got to lighten up a bit. And I think you need to incorporate a little bit more emotion into your life. Because there's really good things around you, and I get the need to be pragmatic right now, because I see for a lot of my Capricorns, a lot of you have some very busy home lives with your partner. I think you and your partner might have to, and for some of you, this might be actually, you might be dating somebody and have recently started dating. Okay, so I'm seeing a lot of things, okay? So bear with me. I'm going to try to give as many messages for as many different groups of people as possible, okay? One message I see here, this would really apply to the Capricorns who've just recently started dating someone. And this could be somebody you started dating at the workplace. This could also be somebody that you worked with, maybe on a project, went to school with, and now you're dating them, and you just started recently dating them. Or you met this person through work and school, you no longer know them there, and are now dating them. However it played out, I see for a lot of you, you met them, this new person, either through work or school, maybe even a sport or something like that. Either way, it's in the blissful stages of the relationship, and I think that both people are very willing to invest into this relationship. And I think both you and your new partner are both capable of building something here. You know, just not, I mean, past sex. You know, you guys might be at the stage of the relationship where you're just having sex and you're not even, you know, going into like, you know, pragmatic stuff like, you know, bills and household and, you know, but that's the pragmatic stuff that people don't necessarily look at when they're first dating someone or at the beginning stages, the romantic stage. But what cards in spirit are telling me here for the Capricorns that are just starting to date someone new is that both you and this person are both in a position to offer something stable and actually build something that works. Past sex, you know, something balanced where, you know, you're functioning. You can invest, you can plant seeds, and both of you can, you know, have the patience and the work ethic to actually build something tangible. Because, you know, everybody wants the house and the car and the great career. But the fact of the matter is it takes a long time to build that. And both you and this person coming out of June, going into July with each other, look really good. Now, going into the month of July, the dominating energy is really an energy of both of you deciding that you want to invest in the relationship. So maybe if you are just newly getting together and are just kind of fooling around, having fun, going out, haven't really taken it to the next level to be serious, I see that happening in July, like more in depth, maybe, you know, the second to third week of July. I see it becoming of a more committed relationship and both people saying, yeah, I'm willing to invest because I know I've got shit to offer. And now in this time that I've spent with you, I see that you have something to invest too. And both people, this is two of your mid-month cards, are like, okay, we can do this. Could be a Cancer some of you Capricorns are dealing with. Could be a fire sign, could be a water sign, could be a Leo. But I mean, I don't get too hung up on that kind of stuff because it really could be anybody. Could be, they could have this in their chart or, you know, or be of this energy this month. I mean, it's so vague, but you know, I know a lot of people who do these videos, some of them don't even refer to the signs at all, but I do for the simple fact that if it creates a synchronicity for you that helps this video resonate more with you and send you the messages it needs to, then I'll say it. But otherwise, if who you are dealing with is not a Cancer, Libra, water sign or fire sign, don't get hung up on that, okay? To me, this shows two strong people, people who are capable of being emotionally and mentally strong, and somebody who has clear control of their emotions and is emotionally stable and healthy, and brings that to a relationship with the cup you see in the hand. So for the Capris that are starting a relationship, I see it moving very quickly, and I see that you might even get a proposal. Some of you might propose, and it doesn't necessarily mean an actual wedding marriage proposal. It could mean, I want to move in together. It could be a promise ring. It could be, this could actually be when the commitment comes fully, where mid-month it might have been a realization, but come the end of the month, it's an actual communication. Either you or this person is going to communicate that I want to be committed, I want to get married, I want to get engaged, I want to move in, I want to take this relationship to the next level. So for my Capricorns that are in long-term relationships, I see you getting married, okay? Or at the very least, I see when you're in a relationship, there's an energy, especially if you've been with somebody for years, right? And there's an energy you feel. And when I say energy, it's the feeling you get without spoken word. It's knowing your partner's mad when they haven't said anything, or know that they're keeping something from you when there's no other indication to anybody else in the room that they are. That energy, that unspoken energy, it really goes to another level for my Capricorns that are in long-term relationships. And for both my Capricorns in long-term relationships and just starting a new relationship, I really feel the message with the overall energy of the King of Swords is to kind of lighten up. Because this is a lot of really beautiful light energy. And with the King of Swords, in reverse, I see a need, or you might already be in that space of saying, I'm going to kind of go with the flow because this feels really good and it makes sense. You've got a lot of pentacles here. You have the High Priestess here. You got the King of Cups. You've got the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords, both of which being no-nonsense type people. And because they're both in this reading, I really much feel like this is a relationship that's supposed to happen. Sorry, guys, my friend just came in, but, we're halfway, we're almost done. Now, for my Capricorns who are not dating, who are in new relationships, I see a need for you to kind of open yourself up a bit, have a little fun, because I see a lot of you focusing a lot on work. I understand the need to gain financial stability, which I think a lot of you already have. I think a lot of you have done quite well for yourself, at least stability-wise. Your bills are paid, you've got enough money to feel comfortable and get everything in your household done. But you got to stop and smell the roses. And if you're not, you're going to be forced to, because mid-July it's coming regardless. You've got a King of Cups here. And the King of Cups is beside the Seven of Pentacles, which indicates to me somebody willing to take time in investing in a relationship. But they need to invest in somebody who's just as emotionally strong as them. So focus a little bit on this energy and this emotional energy, because there's a lot of air and there's a lot of pentacles, and this is very pragmatic, which Capricorns very much have this side. But when you have this strapping Man, trotting to your weight with all that giant old cup. You need to loosen up a bit. Okay? And you need to not be the king upright. This is my lawyer. This is my judge. This is also an air sign. When he's like this, he kind of, to me, he feels like he just got to loosen up a little bit, man. Okay? Enough with the facts. Just loosen up. Very serious energy. Come sit. So, all in all, and it's funny because I didn't need to do any clarification, but I'm going to do some I'm going to do some clarification, not a clarification, I'm going to pull from my clarification deck just to get some insight on the outcome. I don't see conflict here, Capricorns. I see a wicked month ahead. And the only conflict or the only warning I would maybe heed, and I'm going to clarify. Let me clarify this overall energy here. Yeah. You might actually, some of you guys might, for my single Capricorn, some of you might find somebody on business travel. I pulled the Six of Swords and the King of Pentacles. So with all these Pentacle cards here, that's also Earth signs. But and the Six of Swords is the archaic card for travel. Before it meant anything, before this card could be interpreted any way, Roman times considered this to be the card of travel. So for my singles, I would interpret this as this energy or this person is going to come in very quickly if they are not already there. And if they are already there and you haven't entered a relationship, this relationship might start very quickly in a sense of, okay, you go for drinks with some people from after a class and you go with somebody that you go for drinks with regularly and you really like this person and you've, gone to school with them for some while and then you leave and you guys hook up. And it's not just a hookup. Because in the morning, you're still there, and so are they. So I see nothing but beautiful, beautiful cards for my singles, for my long-term Capricorns, but also for my Capricorns who just recently started dating someone in the past, I'd say no more than 3 months. Maybe more, whatever, but I'm seeing like a budding relationship as well. It's a good time. It's a good time. Oh, yeah, just so it can be any better. Now, some of you from this person might leave the month of July. So things are good. Things are going great. But I think the offer that comes in at the end of July is a very practical offer. And I think some of you are looking for a little passion because I know my Capricorns can be a little freaky. You guys are wishing for a little more passion, a little more fire, maybe a little more spontaneity. Okay? And I just want to warn you going out of that month, if that is the feeling and you are feeling like, oh, they're great, but they don't do this. Or I'm not getting enough passion, or they're working too much. I'm not getting enough attention or enough sex or whatever the case is. That's fine. Communicate your issues. Don't botch the situation because it looks good and this person looks very stable and very strong. And I don't know anybody watching these videos that doesn't want that in a partner. So I suggest you just enjoy July. For my Capricorns that feel this didn't resonate with them, reach out to me. I don't charge for my readings. If you're going through, because this is a very happy, euphoric time. And I feel like it's just trying to reinforce for my Capricorns to enjoy this time and not ruin it by getting greedy or picky or, enjoy it for what it is. Communicate your needs if you're feeling like you want something. But otherwise, it looks good. Focused intention. Keep your unwavering thoughts, feelings, and actions focused on your target, and you will make your mark. It's a beautiful way to end the readings. Really like that. And you know what's funny? Who does she look like? Okay, guys. Beautiful reading for you guys. And like I said, for my Capricorns that this doesn't resonate with and you might be going through a dark time, reach out to me directly. We can do another reading. We can spend 20 minutes, half an hour just doing a separate one, a little more focused, okay? I'll do your general reading the first week of July. Otherwise, thank you. Love you.